All right, what's up everyone? Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of two of the electric pressure washers in Ryobi's pressure washer lineup. One of them is the 1600 PSI 1.2 gallon per minute unit right here. This one's been in the lineup for a long time. Now they just released a 1900 PSI 1.2 gallon per minute unit. Similar in size. It's not on the typical cart that they usually come on, a wheeled pressure washer comes on. This is a little bit different. It does have a telescoping handle, which is nice, but I actually did a kind of review on that new unit, so we'll link the video in the description. But basically we're going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of the functionality of the unit. Taking out any consideration of the soap dispenser and all that kind of stuff, we're just going to be looking at the pure power of the unit. And if it's good, for us, we use it in car detailing and some stuff around the house. Anyways, we're gonna check those two out, so stay tuned, we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna hop into my computer and show you the two units side by side. All right guys, so here we are on homedepot.com. We're just gonna go into the search bar and look up our Ryobi electric pressure washers. And the two units we're gonna be comparing, like I said, are right here, the 1600 PSI and the new 1900 PSI, both 1.2 gallon per minute units. One is $99, the other is $149. So just off the bat here guys, when we look at all the details about the machines, there's two main differences. One, the one on the right, the $149 unit, has wheels and a telescoping arm so you can pull it around. And also it does have an onboard soap dispenser built into it. The other one does come with one as well, but it's a kind of an external thing, so you gotta deal with that. They both come with a 35-foot pressure washer hose. Again, they're both rated at 1.2 gallons per minute with 13 amps. And they each come with the same exact nozzles. They come with a 15-degree nozzle, they come with a soap dispensing nozzle, and they come with a turbojet nozzle. So outside of the wheels on the other unit and a little bit of a cord management system there, they're pretty much the same exact thing, except one is 1600 PSI, one is 1900 PSI, but they do come with the same exact accessories. All right, so we're gonna be starting off with the 1900 PSI unit, and here I am just connecting the factory hose to it. That's the 35-foot hose that it comes with, and we're also gonna be using the factory gun that it comes with. Here I am just applying an inline pressure gauge so that we can actually test the PSI and make sure that it is what it says. So, just connecting our water source, plugging the unit in, and we'll get going. So we're going to be putting both of these units through 4 different tests. Test number 1, we're going to be using the factory 35-foot hose and pressure washer gun, including the 15-degree nozzle. Test number 2, we're going to be using the same exact thing except a 40-degree nozzle. Test number 3, we're switching over to our 50-foot Uberflex hose. This hose is absolutely amazing. And with the length, we're going to test it and see if we lose any pressure, along with the 15-degree nozzle and an aftermarket pressure washer gun. Test number 4, same thing, except instead of the 15-degree nozzle, we're switching over to the 40-degree nozzle. So right off the bat, you can see the unit does have auto on and off. The 1600 PSI unit does as well, and this new 1900 does as well. So that's a really nice feature to have. And here we go, we're going to start testing the pressure, so I'm just going to shut up and let you guys watch. So with that included 15-degree nozzle and all the factory settings, hose and gun, this unit comes in exactly where it says at 1900 PSI. So now we're going to switch over to that 40-degree nozzle. And I'm going to check the PSI. I let it run a little bit longer than probably needed, but I just want to make sure I'm getting an accurate reading. And as you can see, when you switch over to a 40-degree nozzle, you lose a ton of PSI. It drops down to 800, which is still good for a car. but just something to note. So now we're switching over to that 50-foot Uberflex hose. I'm gonna link this down below for you guys. You can get it on Amazon. It's a must have upgrade for any pressure washer really, as long as it's under 3,000 PSI. Actually, probably more like 2,000 to 2,500 PSI. It's rated to 3,100, but I don't know if I trust that. And here's my aftermarket gun. Mine's purple. Again, my daughter loves purple, so it's a sentimental thing for me, but I'm linking a black one down below for you. So here we are testing the 50-foot hose with the aftermarket gun and the 15-degree nozzle. And we are still good. We barely lost any pressure. If we lost any, it's minor. So the 50-foot hose makes no difference on pressure, which is a good thing. And now we're switching over to the 40-degree nozzle. And once again, pull the handle there, and we're running 800 PSI again with that 40-degree nozzle. So now here it is, the 1600 PSI unit, same gallons per minute rate of 1.2. This unit I've actually had for about a year. I know it's pretty bulletproof, it works great. I use it in my mobile unit with just a gravity feed pressure washer setup, so I don't even have a pump going to it. And it does an amazing job. So we're hooking it up to the 35-foot hose with the factory gun. And again, this pressure washer is rated at 1600 PSI. And shockingly enough, guys, this thing is putting out just about the same as the other one, coming in at 1900 PSI. So well over what it's rated. When you're using the unit itself, you can feel the fan of the water. It feels exactly the same, so it's putting out a ton of PSI out of this tiny little unit that's super lightweight and really easy to store. So now we're switching over to the 40-degree nozzle with the factory hose and gun. And just like with the other unit, we lost the same amount. We're running 800 PSI with that 40-degree nozzle. Now we're gonna switch over this hose on this unit over to the 50-foot Uberflex. And once again, we are getting the same reading, no loss of pressure with the 50-foot hose. And then I apologize, I forgot to run the 40-degree nozzle in this one, but it was the same exact numbers. We dropped it all the way down to the 800 PSI. All right, guys, so that does it. Hope that helps. Like I said, if you need some of the extra features, like basically the soap dispenser is really the only extra feature. Also a cord management system on that other unit, then go with that. I personally like the way that one looks better, but for functionality and price, the 1600 PSI unit is the winner, especially because it's not 1600 PSI, it's pushing more than that. Now, one thing to consider is we're getting those ranks with the nozzles that they give us, right? So if you switch to an aftermarket nozzle, still with the same degree fan that it comes with, but if it has a larger orifice, it's gonna perform differently. They base their numbers off of that nozzle. So make sure you keep that in mind if you're ordering other nozzles. If you're gonna be using a foam cannon with the unit, make sure you also order the 1.1 millimeter orifice for that foam gun. It'll make a gigantic difference. If you leave the original ones in, because it's a low GPM, gallons per minute unit, it's almost like it's just spraying soap with water. If you switch that to that 1.1 millimeter orifice, total foam, sticks to the car, does an absolute amazing job. So everything, like I said, is linked down below. If you guys like the video, please make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.